Coming up next on Rob on the Road, spectacular stories.
This is amazing. This is the buggy that your family came to California on.
Absolutely.
I was 6, 7 years old when there was a war in Italy, and we had no food.
One thing I love to tell students, is that it feels good to be smart. And I love getting those kinds of students who don't really realize the skills they have.
Oftentimes, people make assumptions about the way in which they're going to interact with the world. And I found art to be the best tool to use to get people out of that everyday assumption.
Well, some of it now, like I said, is dust, but we keep getting some very unusual. Did you see that?
Yes.
Rob on the Road, spectacular stories starts now.
And now, Rob on the Road, exploring Northern California.
Hi there, I'm Rob Stewart, and welcome to Rob on the Road Spectacular Stories. I love scouring the state and finding hidden treasures just for you. Everywhere I go, people say, why aren't your segments longer? Well, now they are. And we begin with a hidden treasure in Rancho Marietta at the Van Vleck Ranch.
And we're here with Stan Van Vleck. Good to see you, Stan.
Hey, thank you, Rob. Welcome.
Yeah, great to be out here. It is so beautiful. And look at this.
Thank you, yes.
This is amazing. This is the buggy that your family came to California on.
Absolutely. It was in 1856, my great-grandfather, Amos, he came with his son, George Washington Jr.
You're kidding.
And no, George Washington Van Vleck. And so he came, and they came about 2,000 miles from Wisconsin. And they went in and made it through that summer, made it in time, didn't get caught in the winter like the Donner Party or others.
You hear stories about people coming west, but this really puts it in perspective.
Yeah, I mean, because you look at it, I mean, the size of it, people think of, gosh, they came along in the wagon trail and they think of the dust and all the things going on, but you really look at how basic it is. I mean,
this is it.
It's simply some timbers that are held together by nails and nuts and bolts and your wheels, and obviously you carried an additional wheel with you and the ability to be able to make it all that way.
I can imagine that this is probably something that is kind of emotional for you too.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
For many reasons.
Oh, yeah. I mean, to be able to, again, it's humbling, especially as you get older, and you really start to appreciate family, and you look back and go, man, I've had a hard day, because our society right now, we're always trying to get better, and very few things that we do risk our lives to do so. But can you imagine the ability to say, okay, to your husband and wife, have this conversation, or several family members, because maybe 2 or 3 families are going to come together. We're going to take this risk for a place that we've read about or, again, seen pictures, and we're going to go ahead and put our children in this situation, and maybe grandmother, grandfather that may be older and in harm's way potentially from a health standpoint, and we're going to go for what we think's a better life.
And do you know what route they took to get here?
We do. They went through the Oregon Trail, is my understanding.
The Oregon Trail,
yeah.
Okay. And so it just blows my mind that this is how they got here. This is a California treasure. It really is.
Well, it's awfully humbling for us, and it represents for us a lot of hard days, and also for our future. This is what we have to keep remembering as we look back, and keep looking forward. Remind us that this is in our rearview mirror, and we owe it to a lot of people to do the right thing.
I can tell it moves you.
It does.
Stan Van Vleck, good to see you.
Thank you very much, Rob.
Thank you
Thanks
so
for
much.
coming. We appreciate you being here.
Absolutely. For having us out here at your ranch in Rancho Marietta. Good to see you.
Take care.
On to the story of Biba, a spectacular story herself. We recently polled about 40,000 members of KVIE with a question: what's your favorite restaurant? And the hands-down winner was Biba. We recently sat down with Biba to share the news of her win and hear the story of why she is so passionate about cooking.
Hey guys! You don't. Oh my God, I love your hair. How are you? Yes, that is for her. Biba, I am Biba.
And we're here inside of Biba's with Biba Caggiano. Good to see you, Biba.
Good to see you too. What a surprise. surprised today to see you coming to my restaurant.
Congratulations.
I think it is wonderful. Actually, when they told me, I said that there is a mistake. Because I'm a little on the humble side.
Oh.
And when I knew that was not, I was very excited.
That's
very
wonderful.
excited. Thank you to everybody out there who have been following me for 25 years. You know where I am when you're watching television. I'm in the kitchen.
You're here a lot. Every time I've been here, I've seen you here.
I am here all the time.
So this is like a home to you.
This is my home. It is like people are coming into my home. I have two homes, the one with my family and this one. And when they are here, I want to make sure that everything is okay. I want to make sure that the waiters are good, that the food they are eating is what they remember. And so this is my duty. And I love it.
It's my birthday, so I had to come to Beaver's.
Today it is amazing. I have grown, but I've seen this city grow, and I feel a common link because there was a time where there was not enough around the city, and today we have so many things.
Well, you said you feel a common link, and I've certainly seen the common link that people feel with you. They come in here, they hug you, they know you, they've taken your cooking classes.
That's true.
They love you.
Well, I love them back, really, I do, and it is a big family.
So, Biba, what is the connection with you to food? Why did you decide that being a restaurateur was going to be your life?
Well, perhaps it's because if I look backward, I was 6, 7 years old when there was a war in Italy. And we had no food, not only we, everybody, northern Italy. You were lucky that if you were alive. And so I remember what it is like as a child not to be able to have what today we say comfort food, anything that made you feel good, fill up your stomach. And so as I grew up, and especially when I came to this country, I started cooking.
You see Biba outside on the sign.
Yeah.
Does it still give you a kick?
Yeah. You know that I had my Italian family coming to visit me?
Really?
And my brother always said, I don't know how you do it because you were so terrible in cooking. But I was a teenager, right? So they came and they look out, they said, what is that? That's my restaurant. Your restaurant? Oh, they come in, they look all over, and then we sit down to eat, and he said, God darn it, I would have never thought in a million years.
And look now.
And look at now.
Well, you know, when you think about dining out in Sacramento, I can't think about it without the name Biba coming to mind.
Well, that's very nice, but honestly, there are so many nice restaurants today.
There are a lot.
Which is just, one day I will stop cooking because, you know, I mean, you can't go on forever. And at least I know that there are several restaurants where I like to go, which is great.
Where do you like to go?
I'm not going to say.
I didn't think you would. Why would you do that?
But there are a lot of the guys out there that are doing a very good job.
Yeah. All right, Biba's gonna feed me.
Well, no, but I had to do something wonderful.
Oh, Biba, thank you.
Okay, look at this.
Yum. What is this pasta?
This is homemade pasta that we do here all the time. And look at it is two colors. It is yellow and green.
And I see bacon and I see mushrooms.
And you got a little crisp bacon and the beans and the mushrooms, and it is just wonderful and very, very light. You were hungry.
I'm starving.
Put it around the fork, just
And
like
go for
this, okay? Oh my God, I've never seen anybody eating this fast. Don't die on me, please.
Look, I did it.
Oh my God, I am so happy
Another
for you. I don't know why I'm worried that he didn't like it. He already swallowed everything. That's great. So you like this?
I love it.
Okay, good. This is a good day.
Cheers, Biba. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. It is a pleasure and it is an honor.
Yeah, winning most popular restaurant by our KVIE viewers.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
I better call my brother. I wonder how I would feel about that.
And still ahead on Rob on the Road, spectacular stories. We'll take you inside the classroom of an award-winning teacher, changing students' lives one lesson at a time. Plus, a spooktacular story. Could there be a haunted house in Sacramento's Land Park?
Anything for the ghost.
Stay with us. Well, I am fascinated by the Rob on the Road that we have found for you today. An amazing artist, Danny Scheibel. Good to see you, Danny.
Good to see you, Rob.
And we are sitting in the middle of Tape City. This is one of the coolest things I think I've ever seen.
Oh, thank you so much.
What is this?
What we're sitting in the middle of, it's a city that's been made out of masking tape, but really what it is it's a modular sculpture.
Okay.
And I refer to it as an interactive social sculpture.
Okay, what does that mean?
I make my art everywhere I go, and I make it so I can interact with people and show them that art is just the same as going to work. It's just the same as doing, you know, like your chores. It's just the same as going out and getting a drink. It's a way in which you approach life. And I also encourage people to make it with me when I go out. Every year I try and expand into a new medium, and what that involves is creating like a simple process of working that involves very minimal tools that can be made by hand and can be made everywhere, but it's also modular, and giving people the opportunity to actually become part of my art installation.
Well, literally, you and I are a part of it right now. That's why
Yeah.
I wanted to do this interview down on the floor, so we could bring you right into Tape City. You said Tapeopolis?
Sometimes Tapeopolis. It has many names depending on where it is, and I encourage people to actually name their favorite buildings. I've found that oftentimes people make assumptions about the way in which they're going to interact with the world, and I found art to be the best tool to use to get people out of that everyday assumption. Like they'll be going through their day and they'll just assume that it's going to go in a set pattern of like events that are going to happen. It's like it's Monday, I'm going to wake up, I'm going to go to work, I'm going to like see these people. To give them something new, something that they can engage with and just like, you know, take a break.
So how long have you been doing this, and can you even put a guess on how many creations you've made?
Oh, I guess I'm.
Well, I mean, there's thousands of them in here
I've been
today.
doing it for 7 years every day, and I would probably say that it's made out of 100,000 individual pieces.
Talk to me about the lamps.
I am constantly trying to expand and figure out new ways of not only displaying but working with the tape. And so applying light to a sculpture is something that you do as any artist has to pay attention to their light. If it's a painter, it's the quality of the light entering the paint and coming back out. A sculptor, it's how do you light your work. Well, just so happens that the tape, like lighting it from behind, revealed an entire new quality.
And also, we see models here wearing pieces that you've made for jewelry.
Yes. All my art's temporal. Mm-hmm. It's made so it's forced to be remade. My sculptures and my installations are like mandalas, and they're a way so I can reach a point of clarity in myself, but also so I can remake who I am. So it's made to come apart and to be remade, and it allows me to be free. Sometimes you get confined by your objects and the things that you own and the idea and more the concept of who you think you are. And so to be able to constantly rearrange who you are allows me to change my ideas very freely and openly and adapt to new situations and just become a person I want to be instead of the person I think I am.
What I just sit here listening to you, I'm just fascinated by you, because not only do you have the work of an artist, but you've got the spirit and the soul of an artist.
No, thank you.
So if you could say something for the art, if you could say something for these thousands of creations, what would you say for them?
I would say that the fallacy of normality creates the banality of our reality.
Very well said.
I think that people are the most interesting, unique, creative, spontaneous, wondrous sources of not only like inspiration, but also of like meaning and connectedness that you can achieve in the world.
Well, I think that is an excellent way to end the interview. Danny, good to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us here in the middle of this awesome creation, Tape City.
And we'll give you one for the road.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
We're taking you to Folks Ranch Elementary School in Elk Grove to meet a sensational teacher who just got a major award for going above and beyond for his students on Rob on the Road. Woo!
Quiet on the set!
So we're inside the classroom of Jim Bentley. Jim, it's good to see you.
Good to see you too, Rob. Thanks for being here.
Absolutely, and congratulations on this wonderful award.
Thank you very much.
Tell me what it is.
This is the Alan Henderstein Award. He was a director-producer at WGBH in Boston.
For PBS, yes.
For PBS, exactly right.
And why did you win?
You know, it's all about filmmaking with kids and bringing it in as a tool for the classroom.
And so this is the video production class.
This is actually a normal education classroom that does a lot of filmmaking.
Why are you so passionate about filmmaking, particularly with children?
You know, it's a great way to integrate a lot of different moving pieces. You've got reading, you've got writing, you've got technology, and you're using it for a purpose. It's not just a project that goes on the wall, it's a project that can be seen by millions.
Now, how did it feel to stand up there and receive that award and to hear the sweet things that your students said about you?
It was pretty overwhelming. I mean, I was truly completely surprised.
He's a really smart guy. He's really good with us kids. He knows how to make us learn. He knows when it's time to be silly and when it's time to be serious. I think he's an overall great teacher.
I think it's rather impressive knowing that my teacher, who taught me pretty much everything that I know about filmmaking, besides my mom, won an award for being so dedicated. I think it's rather amazing.
He's a lot of fun. He's very funny. Sometimes his jokes are not that funny, but if you make him really happy, he'll do cartwheels for you. He's my favorite teacher.
I tell my students that if I could go to school full-time, go back to college and get paid to do that, I would do that because I love learning. And the closest way that I can remain a student is by actually being a teacher. And by teaching, you know, I keep that student passion alive.
At the end of the day, Jim, what makes you proudest?
I feel really good when I see kids using something that they've learned in class. I feel especially good when I see kids using something that they've discovered on their own based on something they've learned in class. And I think I'm most proud when I've got students teaching me stuff that I had no clue about.
It's amazing how much we can learn from kids.
Yeah, kids really, I think one fault that a lot of us adults have sometimes, and I'm constantly reminded of this, is that we don't give kids enough credit for a real natural sense of wisdom that they have, and a sense of exploration and curiosity that really shocks me sometimes in what they can do and what they can say and come up with.
I'm Shelby Stevens. I'm Emily Winslow.
And we want to make the world a better place.
Mr. Bentley, our teacher, introduced us to an assignment called Project Citizen.
Project Citizen is a way for kids to make a change in their community.
That's awesome. You know, so many teachers out there really give their blood, sweat, and tears to this profession. And there are many days that you're here well after the hours that you're paid to be here.
Yeah.
You're really dedicated.
Thanks, I appreciate that. I love what I do. It's not just a job. I'm lucky to love what I do, which makes it a passion.
So if you could say something about how teaching touches you, what would you say?
Personally, I think working with kids and seeing them kind of uncover their own potential, their own skills. One thing I love to tell students, is that it feels good to be smart. And I love getting those kinds of students who don't really realize the skills they have. And at the beginning of the year, they're timid and kind of reserved and withdrawn a little bit. And you see them develop their confidence. And then by the end of the year, when you say that, it feels good to be smart, you kind of see them nod and kind of say, yeah, it kind of does.
I like that line. It feels good to be smart.
Yeah.
Well, it feels good to sit here and share your story, too.
Oh, well, thanks, Rob.
Thanks, Jim.
It's a pleasure.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
Jim Bentley here in Elk Grove at Folks Ranch Elementary School. Congrats on the award.
Thank you very much.
We are in Land Park in Sacramento, and what is said to be a haunted house. I was assigned by work to bring the show into a haunted house and spend the evening, or perhaps spend the night. I was too scared to do that by myself, so we brought the Sacramento Paranormal Investigation Society with us to check this place out This door, this whole floor in the attic above has been sealed since the 1980s. It's open now, and we're gonna see what happens on Rob on the Road. This is paranormalist Jen Murray here in what is said to be a haunted land park home. Hey, Jen.
Hi.
Good to see you.
It's good to see you too.
So you're setting up a camera here, an infrared camera?
I am. We're going to set up 4 tonight. We're setting up 2 actually in this attic area because there's a lot of activity up here.
So there's going to be an investigation tonight.
Yes.
Which unfortunately involves turning out all the lights. But I'll do whatever it takes to do this. So why don't we get started with the investigation?
Okay.
And we'll tell you what happens on the other side, okay?
Okay.
All right, thanks, Jen.
No problem.
The homeowner told me that this box recently was inside here, flew out, and the letters that are in here from the 1920s were all over the floor. Then, just 2 nights ago, the homeowner's husband said they heard all kinds of things crashing, falling up here, and the homeowner came in here recently, and check this out. This started ticking. So I just want to show you how this is working. We've come downstairs. This is Jen's command center with the rest of her assistants from the society, from the Paranormal Society. And on this television are the 4 cameras that have been placed upstairs, and we're gonna see what happens.
So we already started the investigation, and I wanted to show you some stuff.
Okay, what do you got?
Well, some of it now, like I said, is dust, but we keep getting some very unusual. Did you see that?
Yes. Shut.
Right there. The blinking.
Oh my gosh.
There's a blinking light.
Look at that.
Yeah.
What could that be? We were just in that room.
Like
there it is again.
Some of it is dust because it is a dusty area. It's the attic, but
see, this is what I'm noticing is these lights that just start to stream across.
So we have a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, look forward?
Yes, I'll protect you. It'll be okay. I'm trying to figure out, we're getting spikes on our K2 meter.
Is this a scientific tool?
Yes, it is.
What's it feeling or reading?
Electromagnetic energy.
Yes.
Electromagnetic energy.
So I was looking in the closet trying to see if there's any kind of wiring in the panel over here, and there's not. It's just shelf and old letters in here.
Old letters.
Okay, so let's go ahead and go lights out. So we're going to turn off all the lights up here and... So do you want to come sit upstairs with us for a little bit? And...
No.
No?
What were you going to do?
Some audio recording to see if we can catch some EVPs.
All right.
All right.
Jen, I just had a spike.
Oh yeah, hardcore.
I was standing right
So
there.
what happened is the meter spiked.
It spiked
To red
To
when
red?
Jen asked if I wanted to go upstairs and sit in the dark. So I guess it says yes.
It wants you to, Rob. You have to now.
All right, anything for the ghost.
Let's go right next to it.
Okay, so let's turn on our lights. And we are in the attic. Jen convinced me to come up here. And this is the audio recorder, so we're going to see what happens, okay? Lights out.
Does anybody want to talk to us? So we're here just to talk to you. I know you're curious about us. We're curious about you. Where did that sound come from?
Is that like the second bedroom?
Did any of you guys move?
No.
No.
If that was you, that was pretty cool. There's definitely a female up here. Can you feel it?
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear that? Yep. You are female, huh? I heard you.
Okay, can we turn our light on? So, what do you think, Jen?
I think that they're actually...
Because I did hear things in the other room, or I
Yeah.
couldn't tell if it was the other room or the steps.
Yeah. I really don't think that they're unhappy. I think that they're pretty happy with the changes that are being made.
So, Jen, it's late in the evening and we've been here for hours. What do you think?
We both have felt things in the house, and we all definitely heard something tonight. So
I have to say I did hear something too. Don't know what it was, but I did hear something.
Exactly.
About 3 times.
Exactly.
And you're going to go back with these tapes and both audio and video and what?
We're gonna review it. We just go and review all of our evidence and see if we can catch anything, and I'll let you know.
Well, I tell you, I did hear something. I don't know what it was.
Exactly.
But we did hear noises, and you said you felt something.
Oh, yes. Yes. That's for sure.
And that's going to do it for us this time. Rob on the Road, spectacular stories. Remember to send me your ideas or log on to my website for all of our programs at robontheroad.org. We'll see you next week, right here on Rob on the Road.
Quiet on the set!
Did you guys white balance your camera?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
There's a blinking light.
Look at that. What could that be?
We're going to go for what we think's a better life.
So you like this?
I love it.
Okay, good. This is a good day.
To order a DVD copy of this program, call 888-814-3923 or visit robontheroad.org.